plates to only 2 or 3 miles beneath the oceans. All of these plates float on the asthenosphere. That's a $10 word for lava. Press down on this zone and its underlying lava is displaced. Looks for a convenient vent or volcano, and the earth upchucks. Simple as that. Over the past half-century or so, there has been a noticeable upsurge in earthquakes and volcanism on this planet, which, when boiled down, means that there is a steadily increasing pressure on our tectonic plates. What's causing it? The gradually melting ice caps. A cubic foot of water weighs about 67 pounds. Multiply that by several thousand millions, and we have the 12-inch rise in the world's oceans since 1900 AD. The weight of ice at the polar regions lessens correspondingly, of course, but now all that melted ice filling the basins of the world's oceans is making its influence felt at the lower latitudes in the form of increasing pressure on the tectonic plates. A hell of a trade-off, isn't it? Continue global warming and volcanism will continue to increase. Stop it, and the oceans stop rising and the vile vortices reactivate. The vile vortices are a natural phenomenon. We should bring them back. If and when Kilauea shuts down and global volcanism itself curtails, how will the vile vortices react? Will their time warps resume their random behavior once again? Or will their strange activities return with a vengeance, their windows staying open longer, widening their reach? Or might they behave in a universal manner and grab people from almost anywhere, like that which was promised in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verses 40 and 41. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken, the other left. 2 women shall be grinding at the mill, one shall be taken, the other left. Is that how the rapture will work? Will God simply beam up his chosen? Does he, as we like to believe, make the selections himself? The Bible specifies that only 144,000 will be taken out of the world's 6 billion population. Where's my calculator? Let's see now. That'll be only 1 in 42,000 people. One righteous person from 42,000 wannabes. And of course, most of us hope that we are that one. Looks like most of us ain't going to make it. I hope that isn't how the rapture will work, because the very concept reduces God to a mere selectionist, the mere head of a promotion board. Surely, as the manager of the entire universe, he has better things to do. Supreme genius that he is, he would have taken measures eons ago to have such selections done automatically, through some natural mechanism, of which he has plenty available, energies, frequencies. The concept isn't so alien. 6 billion people on Earth, mostly negative hypocrites. The few chosen are the positive, loving, righteous, caring people. When the majority of negative, uncaring people have managed to lower the frequencies of humanity to a certain point, namely below that of the righteous, the loving and caring frequencies will trigger the assimilation automatically, and the righteous will be whisked away to another dimension of time. The remainder, attuned to their declining frequencies, will be left behind to make the best of what little they have, namely those things which don't weigh much on God's divine scales. All of creation itself is frequency, every bit of it. Any student of physics who pays attention knows that. In physics there are only 2 known constants, matter and energy. It is frequency which brings them together into physical form. But separate the matter from energy by altering the frequency which holds them together, and the form dematerializes. It's gone. The vile vortices work the same way, though they don't select by character. Venture into one of these windows at the wrong time, speed, or direction, and physical oblivion. It's another of those many energies we know nothing about, and it's damn well time we did. It needs to be studied, especially with respect to this 19.5 degree energy band, where our reality can merge with hyperdimensionality. We need to know how Earth's invisible big red spot behaves. How and when its windows open, what causes them to open and then close. Simply asserting, officially, that the vile vortices aren't there because we can't see them is like the ostrich who sticks its head in the sand to get away from it all. Primitive. Fearful. These extra-dimensional energy bands have been around since God began spinning the planets. And we're not the first to have to put up with their mysteries. Other civilizations knew of them long before we came along. Indeed, they may even have figured them out and left instructions for us in the manner in which certain great earthworks were arranged upon the planet. Your attention is invited to those diagonal lines just west of the Bermuda Triangle. North Bimini's shark mound is on one of them, actually within the triangle. The shark is a low sand effigy mound. It's 500 feet long and, presently, only 5 feet above sea level. Should be lost to the rising ocean levels pretty soon. But notice the direction in which the shark swims. 216 degrees. A little further west, hunting in Florida's Everglades swamp, itself about 10 feet above sea level, is the 5,500-foot-long mother of Giza's kitten, the Sphinx, better known to us as the Panther Mound. Notice, too, her direction of travel, 36 degrees. A bit to the north is the Rock Eagle up in Georgia. It's one of but few Aboriginal stone monuments in North America. Notice the direction of its flight. So far then, things that move in the oceans, walk on land, or fly. Further into America's heartland at South Portsmouth, Kentucky, we have the remains of the device effigy. I call it device because first, it is unnamed, and second, it certainly isn't the effigy of anything that walks, crawls, swims, or flies. Whatever it represented was man-made. Not much remains of it today owing to urban expansionism, but notice where it points on a heading of 216 degrees. So, 36 degrees, 216 degrees, 36, 216. Isn't anyone paying attention? Or perhaps it's just a matter of not caring. There was also, at one time, a huge eagle effigy down in Florida. But as with so many other North American earthworks, it got in the way. So it was obliterated in favor of improved inland navigation. What happens when a page is torn from a book of knowledge? The knowledge is lost. So we order another copy. But in this instance, the book of the Matrix is out of print. I have no doubt that I could replace this page of the Great Eagle because I can read the Pyramid Matrix like most people can read a newspaper.